Oh my God, it's so good. I woke up and there was like not enough coffee. And then I had to like do a grocery run without the coffee. And I put a citrine and a soda light in my bra, which I don't know if you're familiar, but it was just way too much raw without like coffee. So I was like, I get back and I'm unpacking the groceries and, getting the little ones situated for a little while. And I was like, I need to put myself in the tub because I need to calm down. Like, I love having my morning time to wake up and like talk to my body and be real slow. It is not my favorite to wake up and especially with no coffee. But anyway, I've had 2 sips now, so I'm already feeling like, yeah. It's funny, I was in the store and I picked up the bag and then I realized it was decaf. I was like, oh. I mean, no offense to our non-decaf humans. I get it. I just don't get it for myself. Like, I need the caffeines. Correction. I enjoy the caffeine. Most definitely. And I've actually been kind of playing with the idea of letting myself wake up a little while before drinking it. I didn't love today, though. That was hot going down. So yeah, I don't know. Jury's out. Anyway, I wanted to share a little bit about this message that Rose was giving me with visual about keeping our manifestations to ourselves in the beginning, keeping our new idea. What it means is that maybe it's not a brand new idea, but an idea that you're wanting to get momentum behind. You're wanting to grow. You're wanting to manifest. Brand new in a way that it's not here yet. There's little to no evidence except for the feeling that you got when you thought about it. This is how you know it's something worth growing on. Okay, let's back up 2 steps. If you're in a space of relaxing and chill or hopeful and happy, and you get an idea that seems really strange, or even crazy, but you feel good about it, you can trust and believe that that is an idea that wants to come out of you. One of the teachers I learned a little bit about money energy from, Amanda Francis, she says that our desires are a gift from God. And the way that I just feel like I had it explained to me, I can kind of see that now. So when you get this new idea, and maybe you're not in a necessarily good mood, but you're like, okay, I'm tired. I just need to rest my brain. I need to stop thinking. I need to stop. But at any point when you're in the moment of being able to receive a thought, whether it's talking with others or having a moment of quiet or in the car, and if you have that thought that maybe seems crazy or maybe seems unrealistic, but it felt really exciting to think it, that is a thought that you could easily practice this. It's not a method, I don't feel, but you could practice doing it this way. It could be a method, but I feel like many people have spoke about keep your manifestations to yourself. Like my teachers have said it, but I wanted to know why. Like to me, don't just tell me what to do because I'm not going to listen. I want to know why, I always want to know why. But anyway, I wanted to know why. Why can't I tell somebody? And I did kind of get it that when you're trying to tell somebody or convince somebody, it can sort of take away that inner feeling. I got that. But I had a sense that there was more to it than that. And I'm right. There is. And all the other teachers are right too. So say wherever you are, whatever energy you're in, let's just say it doesn't matter. But from wherever you are right now, you got a thought that seems new to what you've been thinking or experiencing. Maybe it's an old thought coming back. Maybe it's something somebody else said and now it just like clicked. But it's something that you hadn't felt or thought about before and now you're having a feeling response. It's like, usually, most of the time people kind of go into the realistic follow-ups, and it's like, oh, but. Well, that's fine, and you can diminish the thought, not let it get momentum, and it doesn't manifest. It blips back into the energy realms and finds another person's thought form swirls to live in. Side note, thoughts are alive the same way we are alive, the same way ants are alive, the same way birds are alive, the same way water is alive, the same way electricity. I love it in electricity mind. So the way that I see it is in this whole lovely land of all this ethers and air, the thoughts forms just sort of swim about. This is just me making this part up. When you have an original thought and it feels good, it'll sort of plant into your space. If you're able to feel good about it, it will grow and gain another thought like it, or another thought in that direction, and keep sending you on this. Now, a lot of times that can take a few days to get another good thought. The thing is to not diminish that good thought feeling response, not to get realistic with it. Let it be, that's really fun, I'm going to play with that. Play with it in your mind. It could be as fast as a minute later, now another thought came. This is definitely in one of those intuitive muscles that you can practice that get stronger, just like our big guns do. But you got to practice it. So here's the thing. You have the thought, you have the feeling, oh, this is something I want to do. She's going to say it's crazy, he's going to say it's crazy, he'll say hell no. But it feels good to me. Now, the other idea is to always take everybody else out of the equation. Our codependency is deep, y'all. Deep. And there's one slice of information that Rose gave me a long time ago that is true. There is no way that you can think uplifting, positive, healing, loving, exciting, joyful, pleasurable thoughts for yourself and allow those thoughts to create and gain momentum and hurt someone else. A lot of times we don't let ourselves create something because we're worried about the people around us, because we don't want to let them down, because they are going to be upset if we leave, or they're not going to like me if. That is a trap. Stop it. You are the only one that can think for yourself. You are the only one that can do that think, feel, vibration. That is your job. It is your most important job on this whole entire universal planet. That was a lot of way of saying Earth. Everything that you do is better for the power of your point of attraction. The more that you are in tune with that, the better all of the things get. And it's a process. We walk to where we're going. We shift our vibration one shift at a time usually. So wherever you are, you have this thought, it feels good. Woo, thinking it. It's got momentum. It's kind of exciting. I thought another thought. Still no evidence, meaning nothing has come from the outer world to show me that it's acknowledging me thinking this in here. Does that make sense? Nothing has come, not even a text that says, would you like to win $1 million? You know how sometimes you think about things and all of a sudden you'll get like random texts with, oh, money. Or you'll get one of those envelopes in the mail and it's like, you know, you can have a credit card for $60 billion. Just sign here. And you know those things aren't necessarily going to pan out, that it's some sort of like bloop, 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 sucking you in thing and you're not interested. But the timing of you picking it up, scadelicious, could be relevant. The timing of you picking it up could be evidence. If you're that practiced at your creation, at your synchronicities, and that language that you have between you and you. But maybe that's not enough. As long as you can keep that thought from being diminished by reality, it will just lay there and wait. And you check back in. You should not leave it unloved for like a whole day. You should go there and think a happy thought. Is that a lie? Yeah, that's a lie. So you don't have to like go back to it a certain amount of time. But And as long as you're not thinking against it, okay, fine. This comes into play with your ongoing soup. Everything that you're living today is from the breath of yesterday. Everything. Like, good, bad, and otherwise. Everything that you're feeling today was pretty much decided and done yesterday. We're just kind of catching up in our body. Energy always goes first, period. This is why you can sort of sit in your head and like relax and be like, I'm going to have a good day. I'm going to have a good day. I'm going to have good interactions with my customers or clients or employee co-workers, whatever the words. I'm going to have a good day. I want to be uplifting to the office. I want to be in a good mood. I want to have good timing. That's why that practice of segment intending is so relevant, because your energy goes first. Your energy goes first. And while, yes, most of it is done yesterday, you are still here now. And in the now, you have all the power. Just like He-Man, I have a power. You are just like that. You're He-Woman, He-Man, He-They Man, whatever man you want to be, no man, whatever. You know what I'm saying. If you show up in your now and you're living an experience you don't love, this is when you start breaking loops. That's a whole nother live, but I don't want to leave it open. I can't. I can't. So if you show up in the now and you have an intention to feel good, but not good's coming, and not good hasn't been coming, this is probably a time to now start thinking into that situation and how do I change this from in here first? Always here first. As a person who is very, once I feel in your energy, I can see what's going to happen. How many times have I learned that telling people what's going to happen doesn't do any good? 1,675 billion, make up new numbers because it's about that many. Like, every time I have tried to be like, save yourself, this is going on, it's always backfired. It's always gone wrong. And in the cases where it's been good shit, it's even delayed things for people because they weren't ready to think good for themselves. Oh, yes. I'm getting ready to get in the tub. I feel like a grimy grimer son, which is not my favorite. So, back to your soup. We've all talked about the loop breaking. Please message me if you want more talk about the loop breaking. Or just comment. I can talk about loops in loops, y'all. I love the loop talk. But this is a new thing. So you have this new idea. And you liked thinking about it. It felt good. You weren't worried about others. All those other equations are gone. You may or may not have resistance to it, meaning your reality is not that. Maybe you've never done such a thing before. Maybe you're fine about the idea. You just don't know how. Well, now is the time to let that thought grow and gain momentum in your mind. First rule of Mind Club: don't think against your new thought. So I don't know why I'm screaming. I've never even seen that movie, just so everybody knows. Second rule: don't tell anyone. I hate to say even me, but even me. Like, so if you're in a therapy session and you're talking it out, most of the time, I'm not even gonna say that. I can't even say that, y'all. You will know when you can deeply trust someone with your precious babies. Unless you feel like you can deeply trust someone with your precious babies, like precious. Like, just out the precious, maybe barely there. Maybe like here. There are babies. We're just gonna squeeze that baby for a minute before I let anybody else touch it. Your creation is the same. And I can explain why. Kind of like when you get that baby and the baby needs some time to build up its immunity or maybe receive vaccinations or whatever the story is for you. In the beginning, the baby isn't very strong and it needs a little bit of support. It needs to grow. your thought needs to grow. It needs support from other thought forms. It needs support from thought forms. That's all actually it needs. It needs more thought forms. It needs momentum in that same direction. A lot of times it'll come in like a backwards way. Like you'll see the end or hear the end, and then all of a sudden you may start sensing ways that you could get there. Depending on your practice of this, it may not seem like that. Or it could go exactly backwards. Like, oh, this is the end result. And now you get a glimpse of what happened right before that. And now you get a glimpse of what happened right before that, right before that, right before that. It's almost like a premonition or a psychic shit, because we are all telepathic beings. We all have this connection, which is why we can think about someone for a minute and then they call us. That's happened to all of us. And the same as in, we've been thinking about someone, or we called someone and they said, oh, I just was thinking about you. If no one knows what your brand new baby is thinking like, no one can add to it. In the beginning, you don't want anyone else adding to it because they don't know how it felt. They will see an end result, an idea that doesn't match your reality, and they will begin thinking against your baby. Now, people cannot interject their thoughts or vibration. That is only your job. But if you invite other people into your stream, they can add to the mix. They can add to the soup. And they can definitely take things out of your soup. Not in a way that it's like going to actually damper anything. But if this is like a brand new creation, it could slow it down. It could keep it so far coming in because, usually if people have a thought, they're going to say it out loud. If they say it out loud, now it's crept into your ears and then seeping into your soup. So Rose told me to tell you that giving that space, that 3 to 5 day window of don't tell anyone else, maybe longer. It may be longer. Depending on how much evidence you want, you can't get too much. You can wait till you have full-blown party before you got to tell anybody anything. This journey, this experience, this part of the experience was yours. This is where you get to flex your uniqueness. This is where you get to be so brave and strong and creative and magical. And it's up to you to do it or not. So in the beginning of that brand new baby thought, let it grow in your mind. Grab another thought, add momentum, and it becomes a bigger signal. It's got a lot of power. Now maybe you can share it with somebody that you trust. Most likely they may not still get it. They'll still want to offer you ideas to make your idea better, and that's okay. Because a lot of times when people hear you having a radical or extreme thought, they're wanting to help you not get your feelings hurt. They don't want to see you fall on the ground with reality next week, and usually it really is because they care. Now we also have the humans that sort of live in a state of drama, and that's their life, that's their swirl. And if you tell that human, they may be trying to dash your thoughts just because that's their jam. They're just that guy. They like to talk shit. They feel like crap, and that's all they got. And we've all had friends like that. We've all been that. I've definitely been the most icky person I've ever known for like 5 minutes. I didn't last that long. But yeah, I've been around people, and I've been the person that just can't stop complaining or just can't find anything to feel good about, and I'm just like in this funk. And we all go through that, but some people really do live for that drama and trauma. That's where they're feeling good. They're not the people you want to share a new dream with. It would serve you better to join a group and be anonymous and share it out there with other people who don't know you and have a background of what you're able to do because of what you've done so far. This is creation. It's going to be brand new. P.S. The thought's not brand new. The thought's already been alive. It's just new in your body, new in your energy. So it's got momentum from all out here in these ethers and all the other people that have thought it and used it and exercised it and strengthened it and empowered it and before. But you have to let it grow within you and become a point of attraction within you before it's strong enough to share out. Because when you share it out too soon and other people send their thoughts and love and not agreeing ideas to that, it can't live. A lot of times our new ideas will fizzle right back into ourselves and we stop thinking about it. You're right, that's stupid. That kind of stuff can hold our dreams apart for years, maybe even a lifetime. It doesn't have to be that way though. Just as soon as today, you could receive a new thought and be like, I would love to do that. I don't want to know the logistics. I don't want to know how. Maybe that exact thing won't come. But would it feel at least as good as that feeling did when you had that feeling? Will it be deeply satisfying for you to let yourself think something and manifest it into reality on purpose by yourself? I kind of think so. Now, this is not where you go dig for a thought from a place of lack or worry or anxiety or fear or anger or hate or any of those bases. Because that thought is likely not going to come in to manifest the way that it feels good. You know, like if someone's being mean to you, leave. If the thought is stab them, don't stab them. Don't do anything to hurt another being. Don't actually do anything until you receive a thought that is so compelling that you have to do something about that thought. Maybe that thought doesn't even seem connected to the one that got your belly excited. A lot of times they come in different order because it's our language, our synchronicity language, trying to tell us parts and puzzles and pieces to give us more momentum. Your higher power knows what you're willing to believe and what you're not willing to believe based on your practice. And will give you ideas sort of in a roundabout way to see, what if you looked over here instead? I hadn't thought about that. And then just go that way. If you're on the way that way and now another thought comes and that feels really exciting, go that way. It could be like this. It could be like this. It could be like this. It depends on what's been in your soup, what you've been thinking and feeling for yourself, what you believe about yourself. But it's absolutely true that you can birth the right word, create, manifest, let come, fruition. You can do that to any thought. If you're brave enough and smart enough to not tell anyone until it's so dang good that even the devil herself couldn't think against your thought that shit was coming. You'll know. And you'll know the moment that you let it leave your lips and you see their face like, oops, we weren't ready. In that case, back away. Say, hold that thought. Don't share it with me just yet. Just give me a few days. Grab some selenite. Jump up and down. And rewind if you can. But this is an ongoing process. You will always be thinking new thoughts if you let yourself. You will always be available to create new things if you let yourself. So, I just say, think big, think fun, think, what do I want to do? If I'm not fixing myself, if I'm not making this better, doing this harder, blah, 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 what do I want to do? And think it. Let yourself play in your imagination for a little while and see what comes out. I bet you would surprise yourself. And I am a betting person. I'll see you guys later.